Hi guys, time for another draw. So let's see what's going to be my next read for the PopSugar challenge. Let's make it something in the 40s. I haven't had anything from the 40s. 30. Okay, this is actually a Doctor Who story. Let's see. So 30, a travel ghost story. I mean, seriously, what kind of prompt is that? Travel ghost story? Like, when is that supposed to be? Travel ghost story. So, maybe, hopefully, this is Doctor Who, Ghosts of India by Mark Morris. And so yeah, I do have some Doctor Who audiobooks, and this was one of them. And what's the synopsis for this one? So this is from the new series Adventures, and this has the season 4 companion, Donna Noble. She was actually one of my favorite companions. I'm a big Doctor Who fan, though the recent couple, so since 11, they haven't been that good. Well, 12 was actually still pretty good. Not as good as 11, but 10 was the best. But yeah, I didn't mind that there was a woman. I thought that would be something really interesting to explore, but I really felt that they didn't do enough with the Doctor being a woman. I think they should have explored that kind of dynamic more. Just felt like Doctor with boobs. I didn't mind the black guy. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember anyone's name. So he was like 14. And I did like that they explored racism with him, which is very interesting. But I didn't like the overarching storyline much for his first season, and his second season I thought was better. Um, but yeah, it wasn't bad. It's going to be interesting because they broke away from Disney, so. What is this Doctor Who story about? India in 1947 is a country in the grip of chaos. Oh, actually, one of my favorite old movies, Whole One Junction, takes place at this time. A country torn apart by internal strife. When the Doctor and Donna arrive in Calcutta, they are instantly swept up in violent events. Barely escaping with their lives, they discovered that the city is rife with tales of half-made men who roam the streets at night and steal people away. These creatures, it is said, are as white as salt and have only shadows where their eyes should be. Oh, so this is where the ghosts come in. With help from India's great spiritual leader, Mohandas Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, Gandhi's in this one. Is his wife in it? The Doctor and Donna set out to investigate these rumors. What is the real truth behind the half-made men? Why is Gandhi's role in history under threat? And has an ancient, all-powerful god of destruction really come back to wreak his vengeance upon the earth? Oh, have at it. The Doctor and Donna travel back in time to India, 1947, the latest in the best-selling series of Doctor Who novels. So yeah, Doctor and Donna. I really like their dynamic in the show. I thought it was fun, and I also kind of shipped them. I mean, it would have been interesting. I read a couple of fanfics that put them together, and those were fun. There was this one where it's actually the TARDIS gets them together, and the TARDIS is like, I brought her to you in a wedding leather. Like, what did you expect? I just thought that was hilarious. Oh, really? There are some good Doctor Who fanfics out there. But also the books are kind of like usually pretty good. Some are not so good, some are better. But yeah, we'll see how I like this one. And it has my favorite companion, so that's fun. And so stay tuned for how I like this book. And see you in the next one. Are you a Doctor Who fan? What did you think about the latest series? Have you seen all the episodes? I've seen all the episodes, even the old ones. So, huge fan there. I have lived in the UK for a bit, and I actually went to the Doctor Who experience when it was still open in Cardiff. That was amazing. Wish it was still a thing. Oh well. Thanks for watching, and wait for my review. See you then. Bye. Guys, so this is a review of Mark Morris' Doctor Who, The Ghosts of India. And I read this as part of the 2026 PopSugar Reading Challenge. And this was for prompt number 30, which is a book about travel ghosts or something like that. I didn't really get this one. I mean, so I went with this book. And there was no explanation on the website. Anyway, I'm shooting in front of the local theater. And this story was, how should I say this? And of course, there's a bunch of people on motorbikes chose right this moment to go by, as per usual. So this book is about Doctor and Donna, who is actually my most favorite companion. They land in India in 1947 because Donna wanted to eat curry. And so I didn't read this as a book. I listened to it, but the audiobook is abridged. But I think it worked. Well, I started to read the book actually, but it felt kind of slow. And I decided to go with the abridged audiobook. And that felt more like a Doctor Who story, a Doctor Who episode. And so this was interesting because it's partly about that time in history in Calcutta in 1947 when the British were just leaving, and India was also, India was going to get divided, and all of those things were happening, and there was a lot of tension between Muslims and also Hindus, and there was so part of this takes place in like a refugee camp, which was very interesting, also very appropriate for today, sadly. And one of the central characters is actually Gandhi, which was very surprising, but also very interesting. And I thought that gave more depth to the story. And also for the story, there was a little bit of an interesting point where Doctor is rambling, and he's talking about people who are thought to be good, and one person that he says is Mother Teresa. And if you've read the Hitchens book, The Missionary Position, or seen Hell's Angel, which was made based on the missionary position, or there's a more recent, it was made in 2022, something like, there's another documentary. You should watch that if you think Mother Teresa was an actual good person. She wasn't. She was actually pretty bad. Yeah, her PR was good though. So anyway, that kind of dated it. Yeah, I guess be careful what sort of reference you put in. And otherwise, this story is basically about, well, the usual strange things are happening, and of course, it's aliens. There was also a bit where there was a little bit of a deception going on, but that was quickly resolved. And yeah, I also like the side characters. That was interesting, and this was a good story. I gave it 4 stars because I think it's one of the more, because I've read a couple of other Doctor Who novels, and I think this really stood out to me from the other ones. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that beautiful theater and get you to see it more closely. So stay tuned for that. This is the theater, and this was also built in the late 1800s, as most of the city. You can see there are some very nicely refurbished buildings around it. And this is quite a grand theater. I've been here several times, and that building over there, oh, focus on my finger. So that building over there is actually a cinema. I think it's the oldest cinema probably in the city. Um, and there are some other nice buildings. So this is a very nice part of town. And the inside is just as pretty as the outside.